How's it going, guys? What is up? This is Yomigums here, and I'm coming to you with a tutorial on how to properly record games on GeForce Experience. And the reason I'm making this tutorial is so that you guys don't actually make the same mistake I made. So let me put out a scenario for you. Let's say you're playing a game like Call of Duty Cold War. And in Cold War, this is quite a performance hungry game. It has a lot of really good textures in it. It takes up a lot of resources in your system. Therefore, in order for me to get a better gameplay and not a choppy playback for my screen recording, I went ahead and dropped a few of my settings in order to get a better performance. However, what I didn't notice when I was doing so is that I dropped my in-game resolution. And in case you guys were wondering what this means, well, if I drop my in-game resolution and I'm using a shadow play screen recorder like the one GeForce offers, then this specific scenario becomes a little complicated, and you'll get the same effect I got in my previous video in Jedi Fallen Order, where on the horizontal plane, hence this direction, on the horizontal plane, now I have a shorter distance on my horizontal plane. Too quick. So it doesn't look exactly HD, which by definition it's not. My video recording was very clear. I did voice editing really well, but it wasn't actually 1080p because on my horizontal it wasn't the right resolution. So what did I do? I dropped my resolution in game in order to get more performance. My screen recorder was already set, and I'll show you where the settings are. An in-game overlay, you want to make sure this is on. My settings were set so that if you go down to the bottom here, here it is. So video capture settings. So my settings were set to in-game resolution. Since I dropped my in-game resolution down, then when I'm here expecting to record at 1080p, my in-game resolution is now lower, so my video recording is actually going to be in the wrong resolution. So there's two things you either want to do. Either don't adjust your actual in-game resolution settings, or you can select here to go with 1080p HD or even 4K if that's what you want to do. Anyways, so this is something you want to focus on if you want to do these screen recordings right, if you have GeForce Experience. In order to have GeForce Experience, you actually have to have an NVIDIA graphics card. If you don't have an NVIDIA graphics card, then this may not apply to you. But anyways, I choose... Oh, let me actually explain what these all mean. So instant replay length, in case you're actually using your shadow play instead of live recording during your gameplay, because you have those two options to choose from, you can choose the length of your video that you want to take up. And the difference between those two settings, let's see if I can pull them up. Video recording. No, actually, I have to use a shortcut. There you go, right here. So these are the two options. You got instant replay or record. Instant replay is the shadow play that I'm referring to as. If you turn this on, then what you actually get, which now it's on, instant replay is on, what you actually get is that in the background, the game is actually recording your gameplay. The GeForce Experience is actually recording your gameplay. However, nothing is being saved in real time until you choose to save it. And you can use either a shortcut key or bring up the GeForce Experience tab to do so. However, let's say you're playing the game and you pass your 20-minute mark and you wanted to save a full game. Well, that's not going to be possible anymore because you were only recording the 20 minutes like the ones I set, or in a smaller setting that you may set for yourself for the instant replay. So that's good because it's going to affect less performance. It's going to take up less of your resources, your system resources during the game. So you're going to have a smoother gameplay. However, this could run to the chance where you might be missing a good portion of your gameplay because you only have a max limit of recording time of 20 minutes. But this is very, very good to use. I use it all the time because usually my recordings are not even that long anyways. But if you're playing for hours on end, this may not be your main option, especially if you're gaming on the PC. So anyways, recording, obviously now if you set it here, it takes up more of your system resources, but you're not going to miss anything. And it's the same settings you apply over here in order to get your instant replay. It's the same deal for your actual recordings, except you don't actually have a limit. Now you can actually set your quality to low, medium, and high, or a custom quality. The custom changes because I actually chose the 60 frames per second, and I want it in game. I just leave it in game because I don't know. Actually, next time I record, I'll probably just choose 1080p. That way, I don't actually make the same mistake once again. For your bitrate, what this means, actually, unless you have to look it up yourself, but in bitrate, what that means is that it's the amount of information saved within a recording per the second of the video. So the more information, which is in this case up to 130 or 50 or bits, megabits per second, the better quality you can expect from your video. However, if you adjust this to a higher setting, you can expect your storage space to save the video to be more larger. So anyways, let me demonstrate. If I put this up to 130, I'm gonna have a better video quality, but now it's gonna take almost 20 gigs to save 20 minutes of video, while if I keep it at 50, which is pretty good to begin with, that's only 7.5 gigs. So I already have a 5 terabyte external hard drive to save all my videos in, but I'd rather not wait for the extra rendering time when I'm outputting a video, because the more information you got in there, the longer that's going to take. So I keep in mind those things too. So another thing you have to consider when you're saving your videos is the recording locations. So you're going to find this tab again over here in recordings. You're going to press on that, and you're going to come into this tab here with only two options, temporary files and videos. You want your temporary file folder to be within your actual in-computer drive. Let's call it your home drive. What you actually have within your computer. I'm actually recording this on a laptop. So this is on my SSD on my laptop in my downloads folder. Why you have to do it this way, I'm not sure, but it's what works best for your videos. So I have it set to my downloads folder using my actual SSD drive on my computer, but then my videos, my actual videos, what I'm outputting, I'm saving this onto my portable SD drive, which I don't know why it's not set. It's this one. But yeah, captures. That's where I like to save them. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that was changed. I don't know why, but that's where it goes to. Anyways, guys, these are the only two settings you really want to focus on. You guys can mess around with these other settings. Oh, actually, audio. Let's say you're doing a gameplay, and unless you're doing it like myself, and you're actually recording your audio on a totally separate application in order you can record it on a different platform separately later on, like in an editing software, what you can do is that in game you can actually save as both tracks, separate both tracks. So you want your microphone audio and your system audio to be two different audio files. That when you go into voice editing, you don't run into a lot of issues where your game audio and your voice audio are mixed in together into one single track, and then that's going to pretty much make it impossible to clear out your voice, which I'm actually going to do for this recording. I'm going to do a little bit of voice editing, so you guys can expect my voice to sound pretty good, to have a really good quality right now. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much what you guys are going to be expecting to know or to set in your GeForce Experience settings in order to get proper gameplays. And if you guys are wondering about any of these settings, it's pretty much allowing to your microphone to be on or off. If you wanted to record yourself with a webcam, the regular settings we just visited, gallery. This is where you just visit the videos you just recorded through GeForce Experience. You press here, it opens up the folder where everything's saved up. And everything else, unless you want to use these are in-game settings where you can take screenshots, game filters, you name it. Podcasts, I don't really use podcast modes. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna close this up, as you can see here. Oh, actually, one last tip, guys. Okay, so let's go to home here. As you can see in GeForce Experience, there's a little check mark on a few of my games, except for Dead by Daylight. What this check mark means, and you actually want to do this, is it means that the game is optimized to run with your system hardware. So what this means is basically the game is going to run the most efficiently with the amount of power and efficiency you can put out with what you have in your system. I guess that's the easiest way to explain that. Long story short, if your graphics card is not good enough for certain games, you have to bring down a few things, and GeForce will actually update that for you. And next time you open up the game, everything's already adjusted like it should be. As you can see here, everything should already be game optimized, and it gives you for both options for when the game is actually plugged in or when it's on battery. I have both of my settings optimized for either settings, but in reality, I'm always playing while I'm plugged in. You get better performance that way. But you want to make sure these are set. Oh, not launch. I'm sorry. See, look right here. Unable to retrieve current settings. Settings to close the game application. Oh, I might actually have to open up the game and have GeForce sync with what I'm seeing there in order to update them. So yeah, if it doesn't show up, guys, it's probably because of that. You just have to open up the game. I downloaded this game the other day and I actually haven't even booted it up. But anyways, guys, I hope you really liked this tutorial. It was more like just an informative thing where I'm showing you visually what you're supposed to be expecting to adjust within your game settings for proper video recording. That way you guys can also make your own gameplays and start off like me, new YouTube channel. Just getting in. Well, thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Until the next video.